ready to get it going. We see the Cavaliers. It's game time in Cleveland as the crowd is filling up the Quicken Loans Arena. Our starting lineups, we'll look at the matchups here and who we'll see for our starting five for both teams. And guys, checking out Pekovic here, what can we expect from him?
Well, you talk about strength and physicality at the center position. Pekovic is right there with anybody. And he's got an imposing game. Reminds me a little bit of Marc Gasol in that.
Burke had a chance to catch up with head coach Rick Adelman. And Doris, what do you have to say?
Well, Kevin, he said that they didn't want to take what the defense gave them tonight, saying we need to play our game. I told my guys to go right at their defenders and make plays happen. If we sit back and don't be the more aggressive team, we'll just keep digging a hole for ourselves. It sounds like they have confidence in their ability to score, guys.
Okay, Doris, well, the offensive approach, a primary force in the game plan today, guys.
As it should be, Kevin. And they're the type of team where if they can get their offense clicking, everything else falls into place.
Exactly. For them, more than most teams, so much depends on the effectiveness of their offense. It usually is the beginning of their best defense. The D was all over. They just couldn't react in time to stop that quick reverse.
The Minnesota Timberwolves coming to this one following a loss to New York.
Kevin, that game defensively was an absolute nightmare. They went into that building and just got blown out by a very hot team.
Well, they didn't defend those shooters like they should have. And once the fans got into it and the arena started rocking and thumping and bumping, things only got worse.
Both teams on fire right from the opening tip.
Pedal to the throttle, Steve, just like we like.
No good from Red Hot. Minnesota's gone 3 of 4 on three-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. And Budinger kicks to Turioff, lays it up and banks it in. Turioff's got his first basket.
The defenders have to be aware. They cannot allow him that position before he catches the ball.
You're exactly right, Steve. That is his domain. He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Barea with it, now guarded by Clark. Barea dishes to Turioff. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Barea, the pass to Williams. Off target from outside. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Pass to Reddy. A finger roll finish at the bucket.
Little touch of class there, guys. The end of that play with the finger roll.
Barea kicks to Budinger. Now the feed to Shved. Outside Williams. This one for 3. And that one's good. Williams has got 5 points so far. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter.
Tune in this Wednesday night, November 6th. Kyrie Irving and the Cleveland Cavaliers go up against the Milwaukee Bucks. It's all about the Central Division. Make sure to catch it.
And stolen by Love. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Williams and Love at the 4 and 5. Rubio and Martin manning the back, and it's Brewer in at the 3 spot.
He thought he had that one clean, but the refs saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Now you can tell what the crowd thinks about that call.
Yeah, they erupted as soon as the whistle blew. You know, the Wolves were just decimated by injuries last year, and it really put a snag in their season from the start, with Rubio still recovering from his ACL tear and Kevin Love missing a lot of time with his hand fracture. They were missing 2 major building blocks.
This is it to Williams. Timberwolves keep it alive. Here's Rubio and blocks. Irving against Love. Irving passes to Reddy. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 5 assists in the game. And with the Wolves last year, Ricky Rubio came back and helped them turn things around a bit. But Kevin Love would end up playing very few games for him, Steve. And they never really got the chance that they once seemed to have.
Love's injury, I think, just devastated this team. And Rubio, of course, coming off that ACL, he eventually made it back. But those are the key guys. Rubio and Love have to be the foundation of this club. They added a lot of three-point shooting in the offseason. So this should be a pretty well-rounded team, but it's up to the stars, Kevin.
Nikola Pekovic is checked in for the Timberwolves. Muhammad comes in for Corey Brewer.
Boy, his free throw shooting, just another reason he's such a good all-around player.
Correa with it. He's picked up by Irving. Pekovic dishes to Budinger. And the three ball is good. Budinger's got 6.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Kicks it to Bynum. And he drops it in from the low post. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, 5 times already the lead has changed.
That bucket in no time at all. And it's a 3-point Cleveland lead. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for the Cavaliers.
Boy, their frenetic defense has really been impressive, putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers, turning them over.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up tempo so far. It was a slow start for him, but he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys. I tell you what, I don't know of any players that like to miss time during an NBA season, but no player especially wants to miss time because of a bowling accident. One of the bigger head scratches last season was Bynum's absence because of knocking over some bowling pins.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, guys, as everyone knows, Anthony Bennett was the #1 overall pick this season. And with the rise of the three-pointer in the NBA, the value of the so-called stretch 4 has never been higher. Stats have shown that playing 4 long-range shooters on the court at one time is a huge advantage for an offense. So for Bennett, a forward who can shoot with range and do damage inside, he finds himself in a league eager for his talents.
Certainly a player to root for. Thanks, Doris.
And you know, he's still so young, but he's shown a lot of promise. It's going to be really fun to watch him develop.
And for Bynum, that setback with his knees suffered bowling. You don't normally think of bowling as hazardous.
Well, it depends how you play. Personally,
Well,
I've always felt bowling can be very physical, but I play a different style. I know you probably just roll the ball down the lane.
What do you mean? Different style?
I attack the pin. I attack. I'm aggressive as a bowler. You're probably just like, just take 2 hands and just kind of gently roll the ball.
Of course, you want to hit my back. Timberwolves trail by 8. They get a hand on it. And Budinger kicks to Barea.
And another foul would give him 3 before the half, something to keep our eyes on. Well, he's a classic overachieving little guy. Barea is so quick and deceptive offensively. He uses that speed and hustle to his advantage. Can make it.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Live from 2K Sports, it's the Monday night edition of the Halftime Report. The Cleveland Cavaliers ahead against Minnesota. They've yet to lose so far this season and are looking fantastic in this one, too. Red Hot not having much difficulty against the Timberwolves. Consistent shooting from the field, making well over 65% of his shots. Not a lot of guys put up a half a basketball like that. On the Timberwolves side of things, they're managing to hang around. They're really going hard at it on the boards, offensively chasing down every miss they can. And that'll be it for us here. Thanks so much for joining me. Now it's time to head back to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. We hope to see you around next time.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Stripped it away. Red Hot in its shooting guard. Alonzo G is out there with Earl Clark. Then it's Tyler Zeller, and it's Irving in at the 1. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. 3-pointer. Another shot. He kicks it to Budinger. Kevin Martin on the wing. No good from outside.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots just have not dropped for him today.
The pass to Red Hot. Clark. Cleveland moving the ball around. No good from Red Hot.
Well, that's clearly a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look at.
Well, true. The defenders shouldn't relax just because he missed that one. He's capable of getting hot in a hurry.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. And his teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far.
He feeds it to Clark. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Williams kicks to Shved. Dish now to Buttinger. Feeds to Johnson. Shved pass to Williams. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
It's 12 straight points coming off three-pointers. I mean, somebody do something defensively.
Well, I agree with you. I mean, who's going to step up? They're rolling out there now, so you got to get in their chest, make them uncomfortable, and try to deny those looks.
Going back to what you said about the Cavs, great luck for them indeed with 2 number 1s in 3 years. That's definitely how you turn a franchise around.
Well, you got to make sure you hit on those draft picks. And as of right now, I would say only Kyrie Irving is a sure thing. Dion Waiters, the jury's still out. Tristan Thompson looks like a nice player. He's getting better. And we'll find out with Anthony Bennett.
Pekovic, the shot no good. Some solid defense from Bennett. Here's Red Hot, and the rejection by Love. Shved the pass to Rubio. Pekovic with the screen for Rubio. And Shved kicks to Pekovic. Rubio outside. Brewer offline with his 3.
Boy, that's got to be deflating and disappointing to miss a wide open shot like that right in your wheelhouse.
They set the screen. Here's Miles. Here's Bennett. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Good on the shot.
Now both of these clubs really in a groove here.
Already a high-scoring game, but it's become an offensive showcase down the stretch.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Rubio and Martin manning the back there. Derek Williams is out there with Corey Brewer, and it's Pekovic in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Red Hot. Rebound, Minnesota. Brewers got rebound number 5 here tonight. This their first chance this season playing the Cavaliers.
Well, they swept the season series last year, and that was a pretty big accomplishment, as small as it might seem, but one of the few bright spots of the year.
With the fadeaway, rejected by Brewer. Rubio outside. He dishes it to Brewer. Fires from deep. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. And it's a 5-point Timberwolves lead. Well, Steve mentioned this before. They meet just twice, Clark, and given the success they had against this team last year, do you think they've targeted this game as one they've got to have?
I would certainly think so, Kevin. If they're going to avoid another season at the bottom of the standings, they need to win games like this. These are monumental games, marker games, if you will.
Brewer with the ball. Now defended by G. Poked away, off his leg, and the ref saying he kicked it. Williams dishes to Pekovic. Pass to Brewer from downtown. That's tipped.
These are incredible rebounding numbers. I'm not sure if we've ever seen anything like this, Clark.
That's for sure, Steve. I mean, a superhuman performance on the backboards. Well done.
Minnesota's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Jared Jack is checked in for Red Hot. So it's a narrow win for the Cavaliers, pulling it out. An impressive victory in overtime after an exciting end in regulation.
You know what? In a long game, fatigue can sometimes affect every aspect of play. They didn't look tired at all to me.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. For Clark, Stephen Doris, and the rest of the crew, Kevin Harlan saying see you next time.
Well, you finished with 30 points. It seemed pretty clear that you tried to step it up offensively. Is there anything in particular you could point to that led to this performance?
Yeah, I mean, our offense was just really in sync tonight. My teammates were moving the ball well and getting it to me at the perfect times. I felt like I did a pretty good job creating some of my own shots too, but in general, I got to give my teammates the nod for most of what I was able to do. Oh, and Coach. Can't forget him, man. He's kind of like the puppeteer pulling all the strings behind the scenes, you know? Great plan tonight, Coach.